So I took my kids on a little weekend getaway to Biloxi. We were just trying to let them have fun, get in the lazy river at Margaritaville, ride a few rides at Paradise Pier, eat good, and make some new memories. They were still sleeping the next morning, so I went out by myself just to walk on the beach and wind down. And that's when I saw the sign. I wasn't planning to get hit in the chest with history, but that's exactly what happened. This water, this sand, black people had to fight to touch it. And not like symbolically fight. I mean, like real protest. Getting rocks thrown at you, getting shot at by grown folks with guns, all because you dared to let your child get in the ocean water. And yes, it's a part of the ocean. It's the Gulf of Mexico, the Atlantic Basin. People gonna try to say it ain't the ocean, but yes, it's all connected. But anyway, now I need y'all to really sit with this. America has over 250,000 public natural bodies of water: lakes, rivers, the Gulf, the ocean, and at one point, a black person couldn't even dip their toe in it. Don't miss that. But let's get to the story. It started in 1959. Dr. Gilbert Mason, a local black doctor, took his friends and their kids to the beach in Biloxi. The police showed up, told them to leave, and he asked for the law that said they couldn't be there, and nobody could give him one. So he kept coming back. He kept pushing. And when more people joined in, men, women, and children, they got met with violence. Then came April 24th, 1960. It was supposed to be a peaceful protest. 125 black people just wanted to wade in the water, enjoy what they paid taxes for, but they were attacked. Sticks, guns, bricks, blood. That day became known as Bloody Wade-In Sunday. Black folks bleeding on the beach for a right to sit on the beach. And what happened after that? Dr. Gilbert Mason got arrested, 10 people were shot, 8 black men, 2 white men. Dozens more were beaten, and not one of the white attackers was ever held accountable. The police didn't stop the violence, they let it happen. The next month, the U.S. Justice Department filed a lawsuit against the city of Biloxi for racial discrimination, but the city ignored it. So, civil rights leaders filed another suit in Harrison County Court. And still, black folks weren't allowed on the beach. So, the protests kept coming. Wade-ins continued off and on for more than 4 years. In response, the first Biloxi NAACP chapter was founded that very week. They also launched voter registration drives and fought back against poll taxes and literacy tests. But then came another protest, just 2 weeks after they assassinated Medgar Evers. If you don't know, Medgar Evers was the NAACP's first field secretary in Mississippi. He was organizing to desegregate schools, buses, even universities in Jackson. They assassinated him in his driveway just for leading. Protesters in Biloxi put black flags in the sand in his honor. More violence broke out. 71 people were arrested, almost all black, and over 2,000 white counter-protesters attacked them, again, flipping cars, throwing bottles, screaming hate. The Civil Rights Act passed in 1964, but it wasn't until 1968 that Biloxi's beaches were finally desegregated. In practice, 9 years after it all began. 9 years. 9. That's how long that line sat in the sand. And it wasn't just Biloxi. Wade-ins were happening across the South: Florida, South Carolina, Alabama. In fact, I remember being in Pensacola a couple years back and seeing that marker too. Same fight, different beach. Because everywhere black folks just wanted to cool off like everybody else, they were told no. You ever thought about what this does to a child? Riding past the beach, watching other kids play in the water, and not understanding why you can't? Why you gotta sit in a hot car and pretend you don't care? Stuff like that stays with you. It turns into shame, it turns into silence, it turns into generational trauma. And when those kids finally said, "I'm going anyway," they got jumped, shot at, beat down, and the police, they stood there or arrested them. So when I see my kids enjoying themselves today, laughing, running, and playing in the water, I think about the struggles of the past. And now my kids can enjoy something that used to come with a cost. Because water may be free, but for us, even the ocean had a color line. But let me say this. I don't know if it's fluff or not, but it looks like Mississippi Even though they can't right their wrongs, they're at least not hiding them. They named the street after Dr. Gilbert Mason. They put up those 2 markers, and they're building a memorial platform in partnership with the Biloxi NAACP, Gulf Coast Community Design Studio, Mississippi Center for Justice, and the city, funded by the Knight Foundation. So shout out to everybody involved in that project, because that's good. And now maybe next we can work on Mississippi officially honoring Juneteenth. But we'll see. We need more people to step up, accept what was done, and then we work forward from it. And that's why we tell these stories, because if we don't, they'll erase them. But shout out to Biloxi for keeping this one alive. But for real, just think about it. What would you do if it was your child? I don't care if you're black, white, or whatever. Imagine living in a city where you pay taxes and you ride past this water every day and your child can't swim, can't play, can't wade in the water, can't build a sandcastle or get buried in the sand like the other kids do. Just watching from the car window, not understanding why. What would you do? Y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, repost, and all that good stuff. I'll see y'all at the next one. Peace.